But this is when I first got started back in the 60s and the 70s, and I used to travel all across the United States doing makeup demonstrations
Wow.
and
Oh, you've
department
been
stores.
doing this.
Yeah,
You've been
I'm a
applying makeup.
pioneer.
Whoa.
I was introducing Black
That's hard.
Cosmetics, introducing where
Yeah,
it
we
said,
finna talk about this. This
yeah,
is
I
finna.
introduced Black Cosmetics, because there was no makeup for black people when I started out.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I worked with this company called Afron, and then I was like one of the ones who I traveled and introduced Black Cosmetics.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Cool.
a lot.
I'll be right back. You want any water or anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so that was that. And then I even did like TV shows. I had to go on TV and do makeup demonstration on something. And this is just washed dry. I mean, washed. I mean, it's so old. It's just faded out. But this was what they give you to give you your time when you're supposed to be at the station
Mm-hmm.
to for the interview, like talk shows during morning time.
Yeah.
This was back in the 60s, 70s when I was doing this.
Mm.
So, that's been a
That's,
minute.
that's pretty dope though when you think about it.
Yes, yes, it was. And then this you could just look through here. These are some of the people that I have worked with.
Mm-hmm.
If
You can
want to
have a
do
seat
that.
if you like. You can have a seat. You can just work it like that. And it's gonna be pretty cool because I got them headphones for you and everything.
Oh, so you got to do headphones
Yes, ma'am.
for now.
Yes, ma'am.
So
You can put them on now.
oh, okay.
You under it's gonna be it's gonna get. I want to give you like the whole experience of it. You know.
Okay,
Can
okay.
you hear me now?
I hear you very well.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. How are
Okay.
you?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome to Dope Nation. This is you stepped on the dopest platform I could ever imagine. You know, and it's a dope ass podcast. We got Primo right there. Primo is the dog. He has he had his chain and day and everything. So let me get him out. Let me let you see him. He got his necklace on and everything. You see him?
Looking good.
He think he cool.
He is cool.
Yeah,
He's already.
yeah. So yeah. So
What's his name again?
Primo,
Oh,
Primo.
that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So I would like for you to like introduce yourself to the dopest nation in the world. Like, tell us a little bit about you, your name, where you from, and what have you done. You know.
Okay, well, hi. My name is Veronica Cox.
Okay, Miss Cox.
Yes, and I have been in the cosmetics business for many years.
Okay.
I have worked as a professional makeup artist, and that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I've had my own business, My Soul Cosmetics, and we have
Okay.
makeovers in the West End area, in the West End Mall.
Okay.
I work with Warner Brothers.
Well, that's pretty dope.
Yes,
Yeah.
I work with them, and then I did my own
Mhm.
full service salon
Okay.
in the West End. Most of my years have been spent in the West End area.
Yes.
And
Up here in Atlanta, right?
here in Atlanta,
Okay.
yes.
Is like that's like a legendary part of Atlanta though.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
So that's
yes.
pretty good. So you that mean you dealt with a lot of urban women then.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
What is what's the importance of like dealing with like people that like you deal with, makeup and everything. What's the importance of like letting someone of your own like nationality, I got to get this phone call. Hold on. got it from my phone. My watch did. No, but I was asking, like, what was the importance of, like, someone white doing your makeup supposed to, if you're a black woman, supposed to, like, having a black woman do your makeup? Is it, like, a difference in things like that, do you think?
Well, no. We have been trained.
Okay.
The color of skin on that.
You don't?
Yes. Then,
Okay.
I went to makeup school. In fact, I lived on the West Coast for 21 years.
Yes.
I lived in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Downtown, and it was back and forth. And then, so I studied makeup artistry in
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I studied for a year at Elegance School of Professional Makeup.
Mm-hmm. Why is that somebody? They just want to. Probably trying to tell me something. No, I'm sorry. Somebody gonna keep calling, must be. I kind of figured it was something.
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Gotcha. I kind of figured that what it was. You did. Yeah. Thank you. I knew that was for a reason.
Okay. All right.
I got it right. I think I got it right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we had,
Okay.
matter of fact, let me check it real quick before we go too deep, because I don't want to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Can you say something?
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Got you. Yep, we in the game now. I knew it for a reason. I knew it for a reason that she was calling.
Oh, okay.
And shout out to you, boo baby. You dope for that, because I didn't think about it. I thought I had already did that. But I had, your mic was muted.
Oh.
Yeah, it was muted. Like, I forgot to unmute it.
Oh.
Yep,
I
we
see.
fixed it.
Okay,
Yep.
very
So,
good.
Miss Cox,
Yes.
can we start off? Is that fine?
Absolutely, sure.
Like, can we get like a little brief rundown of your dope history, your enriched history?
Yes, hi, I'm Veronica Cox,
Yep.
a.k.a. known to, again, as LaSure Dupree.
LaSure Dupree.
Yes, that was the name of my company.
Yeah.
I did full-service salon, eyebrow arching makeovers under LaSure Dupree.
Okay.
I've been in the cosmetics business for many years. I started out in the 60s, late
Yes.
60s. I used to travel all over the United States introducing black cosmetics
Yes.
in department stores like JCPenney's, Montgomery Ward's, and Sears and Roebuck's, and
Okay.
and a lot of independent stores all across the United
That's
States.
pretty dope.
Yes.
That's
so,
pretty dope.
Yeah, so I lived out of a suitcase
Yeah.
during the 60s and 70s.
How was it? Like, was it like, did it feel like fast money, like the dope game with it?
It was beautiful. It was quite exciting
Uh-huh.
to be living like this,
Mm-hmm.
living in the best hotels, and
Mm.
all your food, everything is taken care of.
Yes.
You didn't even have to spend your check.
Yes. So
And
you meet, and then you meet new people.
Beautiful people. In fact, I was working with Blanche Calloway, Cap's Calloway's sister.
Okay.
She was the president of the company that I worked for.
Okay.
In fact, she posed as the president, even though the company was owned by Jewish people.
Whoa.
Yes, but they always had to have a black face up front to
Mm.
say this is the. So Blanche was the one that.
Dang,
was,
that's interesting.
Yes, yes. Flora Roberts did the same thing because Blanche worked as president of Flora Roberts also.
Yeah.
But Flora Roberts is a white lady out
Yeah.
of Tennessee. Yes.
So,
yes.
but these are like makeup companies, right?
Yes,
Okay.
cosmetics companies.
Okay.
Yeah, and during the 60s, this is when they were coming out with black
Why,
cosmetics.
and why would, okay, that, so it was like they were owned by white women, but they will put a black woman in the face
Yes,
of it to
because
sell to
this
appeal.
was, right. This was
So-
new.
Okay.
This was new. We had no cosmetics for
Okay.
blacks.
Okay.
And so, and this, I mean, it was booming. I mean, it was so much money being made.
Yes.
Like in cities where I would travel to, they had it set up where we had newspaper coverage, radio coverage, and
Oh,
all
so
kind
you
of
ain't new to
advertising.
stuff like this.
Oh,
you
no,
you
all
good at
advertisement.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So we did it. You
Oh,
know,
that's pretty
And then
dope.
you have limousines to pick you up at the airport
Ooh.
and take you to different places.
Wow. But what
Yeah.
about like? Talk about something like the call times though. You would have to check in for these jobs.
Oh, well, like, okay, our call time would be like, we would get the weekend. We would travel like Sundays.
Yeah.
And you go into the store,
Mm-hmm.
check out your products,
Okay.
make sure everything is there, because your promotion starts on Monday.
Okay.
So we have to be in the store opening like 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, you be there. And
Okay.
you work till like 9 or 8 o'clock when they close.
Yes.
And so that was your schedule. And then on Saturday, you close out your promotion and you travel on Sunday.
Mhm.
You check out the next location
Wow.
because you lived out of a suitcase.
Wow.
That was the
yeah,
only thing about
yeah,
it. You
yeah.
lived out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
From
What
one city
about
to another.
have you ever worked on like a movie set or anything?
Oh yeah, well this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I want to
Yes,
ask you about.
yes,
Like a
yes.
call time.
Yes,
Like
yes. Oh, my call times on that. This is some of the people
Yes.
that I have worked with.
Oh, wow.
Here. I
she said,
worked
here.
the call time is brutal
Yeah.
because you have to be on the set
Oh,
sometime.
that's what's his name?
uh,
Dang, I forgot. Lance.
Lance, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Look, the guy
Uh-huh.
from
That's
I forgot this name, but
Oh
yo,
golly, you
That's
calling his
dope.
name and I can.
that's hard.
Yeah.
You work with a lot of reputable people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my friend that works on Greenleaf, and
Yeah.
there he is, and
I don't know his name, but he's a nice actor. I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
her too.
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope.
Yeah, so but yeah, you have to get on the set, be there at 5 o'clock sometime, and it'd be an hour away from where you gotta travel.
Tyler
Yeah,
Perry,
yeah.
we see
Well,
you,
that's where
buddy.
I started working with Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Back in 09. But
Yeah.
I knew Tyler
How is
Perry.
it? How is it working with him?
Oh, wonderful! He's a beautiful person. I love him so much.
Yeah.
He's my idol. He's my joy. He's my everything.
Oh, he dope.
I started working. I knew Tyler Perry back when I moved to Atlanta in 1996.
Yes.
I met Tyler Perry. My friend, I had a.
How was he in '96?
He didn't have anything, and he had
Okay.
a little raggedy little Metro GP,
Okay.
and
Metro
but he was still humble.
Okay.
Humble. And then I approached him because my friend had a scene shop when I moved here to Atlanta. Because I was working on stage plays. I used to travel again
Yes.
across the United States,
get it,
working,
girl.
working on stage
Miss
plays
Cox.
at this time in the 90s.
Yes.
And so my friend used to build sets. So I met him on this play here, Stop the Noise, Bring
This
Back
one?
the Music. Yeah.
Who that- you say you met Tyler on this set?
No,
Or your friend?
my friend who builds sets, and
Okay.
Tyler, he built sets for Tyler Perry when Tyler first got started.
Okay.
And then when Tyler was finished with his set, he would store it at my friend's studio.
Yes.
And so, and he used to come in and out, and then he used to practice, rehearse some of his plays at the studio. And so
Yeah.
that's how I met him. And I asked him for a job one time, and he was just trying to get started. He hadn't made it
Yeah.
yet. And he told me, I don't have a budget for a makeup artist. If you come to work for me, you got to help unload the trucks, and you got to do everything. I said,
Hey, I understand.
I know, okay. Well,
I
I
understand.
ain't finna unload no truck now.
Nah,
But
uh-huh.
anyway, I used to see him on a
Oh,
regular
that
basis.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I used to see him on a regular basis.
No, that ain't Dave Chappelle. That's the dude that look like Dave.
That's that.
What's his name?
Snoop,
Dougie
yeah,
Fresh.
Dougie, yeah.
They look
Dougie,
alike. Him
yeah,
and
that's-
Dave Chappelle look
yeah,
alike.
That's Dougie Fresh. But yeah, so I met him then,
Mhm.
and then, but then at the time when he did make it, everybody had gone their own way. My friend had gone his way, I gone my way, and Tyler had gone his way.
Yes.
Okay, then years later, I heard on the radio talking about Tyler Perry down at the Civic Center, and
Yeah.
I'm saying it couldn't be the same Tyler Perry I know. So I
Mhm.
went down to the Civic Center.
Brown down.
I work with him a lot.
Brown.
And so I went to the Civic Center, And because I had worked the Civic Center with these stage plays. Because before I moved to Atlanta, I worked at the Fox and the Civic Center and all
Yes.
the venues around here.
Okay.
And so I knew my way in there.
Yeah.
So I just walked right on up in there like I was working the show.
You know, like I've been there
Yeah.
before.
And then I ran into Tyler, you know,
Yeah.
and I said, hey, man, you know, and he looked like he didn't know. I said, the girl from 11th Hour. That was the name of my friend's business.
Yes.
He said, 11th. He said, girl, is that you? He said, every time I see you, you be covered in paint. Because I be helping my friend with his sets. I be
Yeah.
doing the painting, you know,
Yeah.
splattering paint. So I did. I had paint every time.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So he said, you clean up well. And I said, well, you
He's
clean
about to
up.
clean up
Yeah.
well.
I said, well, you clean up well, too. And he had on this beautiful cashmere jacket, and I just rubbing on. I said, ooh, success. And I was patting on his face. I said, success, agree with you, man. And I said, look at your face, all full and face. He said, girl, I'm eating now. Well,
You said I'm eating.
I'm eating now. Well, you know, I want to eat, you know.
Yeah.
And so then he introduced me to the people who would get me in. You know, he said, whenever she come, give her whatever she want, how many tickets she want.
Yeah.
So I was always coming to his place, and you know, I walk up to the thing, and the girl said, well, how many tickets? You know, and that's all I had to do. I said, Tyler, say, okay. And so
Man.
then years after that, you know, because I had my business, I had just signed a contract,
Uh-huh.
5-year contract on a building.
Uh-huh.
Yes, see, so I couldn't get out of it. So,
Uh-huh.
and he was doing his thing, so I just waited till my contract was up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I gave up my
Oh, that's
business.
Dick Gregory
And started-
and Al Sharpton.
Yeah, and started. Of course, I was a part of the civil rights
That's
movement.
Play.
Yeah, Ken Play. He used to be with us on our stage plays that I used to
Oh,
travel.
look at it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of like taking pictures, you know,
Yeah.
and that's something that I really don't do too much is take pictures.
Oh, you got to take pictures and see. And this is I worked on the show called Watson Goes to Birmingham,
Yeah.
and they were shooting about the civil rights movement in Birmingham, and I worked that show, so they took a picture of me with the signs because I was a part of that
That's pretty
movement.
cool.
Yeah.
We marched for integrated schools.
Yeah.
you know.
So that was.
What you think about it? You think that was the best thing for us to get integrated? Look at Rev.
that was years ago when we were doing when I took
Mhm.
that one with them.
Like then that you like because this was a real movement, right? With the
Yeah.
integration.
Yeah, on the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 63, 64. Yeah.
Okay. So from then, whenever we were trying to get integrated, to now we integrated, right? You would
Yeah.
think we integrated?
Well, we did, and then we didn't, you know, because whenever we integrated, as far as schools are concerned,
Yeah.
then the white people would move to another area.
They
and
do-
then
they
this
always do
made
that,
this-
don't
Yeah, well, hey, this is.
Well, y'all gonna have we done with this motherfucker. I ain't mean to. That was slip. I ain't mean to cuss like
that's
that.
okay. That's
That
okay.
was slip right there. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
need to get a clean. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But, yeah, so
Boop, boop.
it worked.
Mm-hmm.
It accomplished a lot of things that we weren't able to do, couldn't do.
Yeah.
Simple things like drinking out of a water fountain.
That was weird,
Or sitting
man.
on the
That
floor.
had to be weird, right?
Well, it wasn't weird
Like,
when
is
you
it-
grew up doing
But
this.
it's petty though when you think about it.
But-
Don't drink out the same water fountain we
But
drink
of
out
course,
of.
see, but the thing is, when you have been brought up a certain way, living a certain way,
You're right.
you knew where your
You know where you
yeah where you used to
where
stay.
you where go
where
on.
where your line
Your
is
line drawn. You
Yeah,
better not
so
go
this
across.
this is why we integrated. This is why we marched. This is why so we can erase that line.
It ain't gonna never be erased though.
But we erased it where you can go to the restaurants, where you can go to
You're
the
right about that.
amusement
But
parks.
we
where
don't
you
even
can-
like going to their restaurants no more.
But I mean, it doesn't matter.
We just wanted to go in.
If it's there, you
We wanna
can.
be able to
And
goddamn,
like even
yeah.
say McDonald's or Jack in the Box and Burger King, you couldn't even go to those places.
That's sad.
That's what I'm
Man.
talking about. So
Okay.
it was a lot of limited
It was a
stuff.
lot. Okay.
Yeah. So hey, we made a difference.
Yeah.
You see, now it was up to the next generation to take it on further, where we
How
don't
do you
have to.
feel like? How do you feel
I
like?
feel
the
you
next-
failed. You failed.
Oh my God!
Because
Why?
you did not take it to the next level.
I think.
You know, it's kind of you sit back and relax and just enjoyed what we had brought it to
Uh-huh.
instead of taking it.
I agree.
Because if we had taken it, if you guys had
I
taken
agree
it
with
to
that
the
part.
next level, then we wouldn't be where we are today. You see?
I think, but See.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Well, that's a nice
my
opinion.
And that's what's so disappointing to me, because I feel we don't need to be where we are today. We should be so much further ahead than that. But by then we start getting selfish. The I, my, me, my. You see,
I don't agree with the selfishness, though.
And when we was going through the movement, it was a united front. Black people was united.
So do you believe that we could, like, with everything that's going on with, like, the Black Lives Matter and everything that just happened with the George Floyd and the like everything we going through right now, do you think that it's possible for us as a group?
Well, I feel everything is possible once you put your mind to it. There's nothing that's impossible.
That's
understandable.
See,
it's just a matter of coming together and on
that's
one mind.
You can't even do that in a relationship.
Well, you can. I won't say you can't.
I be saying I got to get better at saying stuff like that, because it's like, I ain't saying you can't do that, but people don't even do that in relationships.
Well, it's a matter of your choice, your mindset. You see, so whatever you put in your mind, you can accomplish that.
In real life.
So if you got a block here saying you can only go this distance, then that's all you going.
Yeah,
but if you erase all of these limitations, then there's no stopping you from whatever you want to do or where you want to go.
One stop.
You see, so it's all about your mind. But you can let the devil take control of your mind and tell you can't do this and you won't be able to do that. And erase everything that God has said you are capable of doing, and then the devil come and say, no, you can't.
You can't do
that. Well,
see,
but the devil is defeated. He's a lie, because he has no power. Only power he has is the power that you give him. Absolutely.
That you give him.
That's right. So once we start going there, instead of being over here in this negative zone and letting the devil dictate to us, then we can do something. Because my mindset has been, I had this thing for years that instead of us looking for the white man to do this and that and the other for us, we can do for ourselves.
I feel like that too.
And I say if we can get like 1 million black people to pay $5 a month into a united fund, we can have our banks, our schools, our whatever we want. We can have our own stuff.
Hard.
Yeah, that's
hard.
It's hard. You see, you got.
No, I'm saying dope. I'm saying when I say hard, that's slang for dope. That's hard. Like that's cool. Like that's good right there. $5. Nah, I ain't mean hard. Like oh my gosh, that's a hard thing to do.
Well, see, and that's another thing too. When I hear people say something, I get kind of upset, because then you defeated it before you even get. But I understand where you're coming from.
I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah. So I've been saying this for years. If we can, and then every time I see what's going on now, I'm saying if I had just pushed this, because this idea came to me years ago.
Okay.
And at that time I was saying that we could pay $1 a month.
That
was 20, but $5 a month. That's $5 million a month. And if more, we can do more. And then we can get government to give us these rundown buildings. We can take people off the street and have them trained how to do concrete, electrical, plumbing. We can get people who already have businesses to train our people, and we can get these buildings.
Like it's that simple.
Yeah, and they can go in there, and if you come and work every day, you can stay there. But you got to get up and go out and fix the next building and the next building. And we can build, and we can have. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, we can train you as to what it takes to be an entrepreneur, how to do a business plan, what you got to do, how you got to do, how many months ahead you got to have your money, and just show you how to run a business.
In real life.
You see, and so we can.
I ain't have nobody.
Well, I didn't either. Well, that's what I've had. I've had several businesses.
So it's just like, but you're right though.
Yeah, I've had a boutique in LA. I had a boutique. I had a shoe store. I've had a cosmetics company.
Where do you say you were from again?
I'm from Birmingham.
You've been all these places. You well traveled.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then I've had, when I moved back down south, I opened up a restaurant in Birmingham. You see, and then I moved down here and opened up my full service salon.
Yes.
But I started my cosmetics in LA when I was in LA. But nobody has taken me and trained me and showed me. So it's trial and errors, and so you lose a lot of money.
I call it baptized by fire.
I can baptize by fire.
Yeah. So,
you got it. Cause like
it's stepping out.
But I wouldn't have it any other way, because it's like it teaches. And it teaches you your limitations, and you challenge yourself daily with it. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I do too. And I'm happy I did. And you can't sit back and wait. You got to just go and jump on your face.
Just let it
You
happen.
see, and then you trial
Just
and
let
error.
it happen.
And then, so yeah, it's
This
going
was
to happen.
this was like a little what Halloween? What type
Yeah,
of party?
that was I used to work on Walking Dead. I worked Walking Dead for 4 seasons. And so we had, I was there Halloween. We had Halloween. And so
Yeah.
everybody was just dressing up for Halloween.
Oh, how was that working on Walking Dead? Was it ever like really scary, like to be on set like at night?
Well, not really. No,
Well, too many lights and stuff.
Well, not really all that
I don't
either,
know
because
now.
a lot of times we would work in the woods.
See,
They don't
And
try
it'd
to
be
tell
pitch
you.
black,
They don't try
dark,
to tell you. They don't
and
try to tell you.
yeah, so you have to
might
have
be a little scary.
yeah,
little bit.
because they already give you a memo, tell you what the snakes and bugs
Oh,
and stuff
see?
to look out for.
Yep.
And they have a guy to come around and, a snake person to come around and see,
Yeah,
the
make
snake.
sure everything
yeah,
good.
And sometimes some do be moving.
They be out there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to
yeah.
tell you. That's what I
So,
was saying.
yeah,
You
and
out there
so-
do Walking Dead.
Yeah, so we were out in pitch black dark sometimes.
Yeah, that-
And it do be a little frightening, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I did it for 4 seasons.
that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Like how when they record like that 4 seasons, is that like equivalent to like a season a year?
Well, yeah, it's like, say, for 4 seasons, okay, say it starts in November. It ends in November. It starts like in the summertime, like May, June or something, and it
Okay.
works all the way to November.
So they record
So
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They
So
record.
you do so many months of recording,
Yeah.
and then you have a break, and then you come back.
And you
another
used to do like the little zombie type of stuff, makeup too, or
Well, they had special teams to do the zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, the team out of LA.
okay,
I mainly work with the principals.
okay,
Just mainly putting them sweating,
Yeah.
dirty, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
background. I did a lot of work with a lot of
Okay.
the background and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
How did you know like cosmetology was like your passion? How did you know that?
Well, I didn't. Got on through the Urban League. I lived when I went to San Francisco, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to get that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, when I lived in San Francisco, I worked at Fireman's Fund Insurance Company. Then
Yeah.
I moved down to LA,
Okay.
and didn't care. Things didn't work for me in LA. I moved back to San Francisco,
Yes.
and then I went to the Urban League to get a job. And the
Mhm.
Urban League took me to this cosmetics place,
Okay.
and that's how I was introduced to.
So you didn't even know.
Right.
Okay.
And then from there,
Mhm.
years later, then I went to get training for makeup artistry, and then when I finished with that, then I went back to school again and got my cosmetology license.
Okay.
So I'm licensed for cosmetology in LA,
wow.
and LA and Atlanta. I had Alabama license too. I kind of
Yeah.
let them go.
So everywhere you go, you just gotta get relicensed.
Yeah, well,
And that's-
yeah.
It's a whole. Is it like the same process as like the original?
Well, and it's a lot of politicking going on too
Okay.
in that field. Like in LA, we had to do 1,600 hours, I think it is. Yeah,
Mhm.
1,600 hours, and then here in Georgia's 1,500.
Dang.
Okay, so now when I came to Georgia to get, just to transfer the license, just get Georgia license, they didn't want to give me license for Georgia because LA don't accept Georgia license because they need to go back to school to make up that 1,600.
Yeah, that extra 1,000 hours or something.
So, and they don't want to do that. And so they don't want to acknowledge mine.
I mean,
and what can I go to school? I can't go.
500 hours.
I can't go to school to get more
Yeah,
hours.
be like, boy, stop. I'm
I-
already where I'm at.
Over,
You
yeah.
feel
So
me?
what I had to do, I went through Alabama.
Uh-huh.
Alabama gave me my license with a California license, no problem. So I just took my Alabama license and got Georgia license.
Okay.
So I had to go that way.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. So that's how I got into through the Urban League. That's how I got into makeup.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like you settled down here in Atlanta.
For now, I've been
Yeah.
here over 20 years. I came in '96. I've been here over 20 years,
Okay.
and so I don't know where I'm going to settle.
You think you gonna move again?
Oh, absolutely. I'm thinking.
You like a free bird. You like a true free spirit.
Yes. It's the world is too big to be caught in one place.
Okay.
Yeah. So I lived in Miami too. You know.
Well, how was that experience?
I loved it, and I didn't know I was living large until somebody.
You were living large?
Yeah, because I was with the cosmetics company, and this is where our branch, the home office was in Miami.
Yeah.
And our boss lived in the high rise, the Arlene Beach Hotel high rise overlooking the ocean.
Yes.
And we always had to go there on the weekend. And then they had a private cabana at the Hermosa Hotel where his father-in-law owned partnership in Hermosa. So it was a private cabana. So we would go to the cabana, and you had, service, room service come to you, and the beach is right there, the big swimming pool here. These rich white folks, and we be the only black men. A couple other people from San Francisco, we will be the only blacks there, and we order whatever, and everybody, they be changing bathing suits, and nobody never swim. And then they come on, let's go shopping. We go shopping. They put on their little top over the bathing suit, go shopping in the bathing suits. This is the way they live. And, we have to go to do barbecues on the weekends and at his apartment. So we just lived good. And I was telling a person who lived in Miami, and then they had put us up at a apartment that was on the lake. I lived on the lake. Yeah. Big, brand new lake. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, a beautiful, brand new apartment. Yes. On the lake. And so every day, the whole front of the house, the apartment, it was all glass. So in the balcony, you look out, people water skiing and all kind of stuff going on the lake. And you wake up to this every morning.
That got to be like a nice lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I tell you, I was just enjoying it. I was in my early 20s. I didn't know what was going on.
It is what it is. Got to live it how you live it.
I'm just getting out here. So, this is what it is. So I'm just moving with it, know. Not knowing, that everybody don't live like this.
Yeah, everybody don't live like this.
But it was nice.
Yes.
I can say that.
Well, Ms. Cox, it was dope. It's been a pleasure having you on a Dope Ass Podcast, and it's been dope.
Okay,
it's been dope.
Great.
So, do you do any social media? You have any social medias? No. Okay. Don't worry about it. I
want to.
What's well, no, you ain't gotta worry about it. We'll help you out with that.
Yes.
Can you if you lead the people with one thing, what would you tell them?
Okay, I would tell them to keep the faith, believe in yourself, and know that all things are possible, and don't shortchange yourself.
In real life.
Because whatever it is that you want out of this life, you can have it. It's all in your mind and how determined you are to have it.
Yes.
And are you hungry for it?
Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Do you really want it?
Then get it. Go get it.
In real life.
The only one to stop you is you yourself.
In real life. Just like that, it's been dope. Never lose the hope. I am DG. Freak with me how I freak with you, and never give up.
Amen.
Boop. That's it.
That was wonderful. That was fun.